Okay, okay. Basically, I'm going to go through a set of slides just to kind of whet everybody's appetite. And hang on a second, Laura. I actually have a script that I'm going through. Can you believe it?
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh, to speak from.
Got notes to speak from? Yeah, Laura's laughing. Basically, the strategic questions that I think people are asking are, current and potential markets. What facilities or resources do I need to service these markets? Where do I locate? My competition thinking. Because the reason I'm focusing on this is because a lot of people are coming to state DOTs and asking them, how are you supporting my business? How are you helping me remain competitive? How are you helping me manage my cost? What's the quality of the roadway asset that's available to me? So DOTs are having to ask questions differently about their role in the freight world than just simply the highway that goes to a facility. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, how do I put myself into your world and anticipate some of the questions that you may be asked? And the answer is, I know I'm not going to do a good job in answering those questions for your world unless there's things that you feed back to me to make sure I put the right stuff in. And I'm sorry? Okay. And then, so the next thing is, I like this idea of the IKEA, everybody shopping. I mean, we have e-commerce, we have all these changes in transportation that are taking place kind of really before our eyes. And it's, how do you really describe this changing world when a lot of the data sets that we're using are not going to be at the granularity of having the e-commerce trucks in front of somebody's doorstep. So when we talk about freight data today, most of this will be bigger functional class, bigger modes, bigger pieces, bigger geography, and not at this level of granularity where we're getting to a block of IKEA deliveries. Again, everybody must decide, where do I want to buy? If I'm a buyer, if I'm a seller, where is it located? If I'm a carrier, got to get all this delivery. So everybody's thinking about all these different things that go into place, but a lot of them just ignore transportation. They just assume transportation is there. And so it's really interesting to talk to people about freight. Like I tell people, they say, what do you do? I say, I'm a transportation economist. And then I have to actually tell them what I do, and their eyes glaze over. And then when I shake them up, they kind of, realize, oh, I guess somebody should be doing that. Thanks. But everybody's got all this stuff about transportation, but they all assume that transportation is available to them. And then, why is freight hard to describe? This is a slide that I got from Leo Penny about this government view of trucks. And none of them are really related to freight as an economic development, but it's all about the cost of trucks and damaging the bridges and the security and inspection and regulatory and getting your taxes and getting the fuel alignment. So there's a lot of reasons that a lot of people look at trucks, but yet how do you really count them, or what's the piece you're trying to do? And so this gets us to this slide, which I like, and I realize I've never shared with the ITTS people. It's just this idea of you have data, and you put it in context, and you put it in situational awareness, you get information. When you have information, once you learn to communicate and share that, it becomes knowledge. And once it becomes actionable or effective, then it becomes wisdom. So today, I'm hoping to pull you up the chain from data to wisdom in the next couple of hours. Laura's laughing. So anyway, so that ultimately, I know that some of you will climb higher up the pyramid than others, and we can talk about this, but that's why I'm saving all of these slides and recording them so that you can go back and consume them. And when I post them on YouTube, I will block them out into smaller chunks than 5 hours of talking. I'll block them up into probably 10-minute chunks, 5 to 10-minute chunks. So, and just to let you know, again, I had some thoughts. We talked about freight planning in Irvine. We had kind of an on free-flowing discussion on a template that I put together, and that's over an hour. So if you're really bored to tears and you want to listen, this is when we talked about the freight planning template.
Okay, that has nothing to do with Tableau.
No, it has, but it's just the idea of how I'm thinking about data, because I've learned a long time ago, if you can't explain how you're looking at the data and how you're looking at the problem, then you don't know if you're really providing the right tools, or if you're, or for instance, are you even in the right ballpark of where the game is to be played. So that's kind of my philosophy, is to do that.